I'm glad the Beatles broke up, and before you hate me for saying that, allow me to explain. As a lot of you probably know, the Beatles broke up in September of 1969 when John Lennon announced to the others that he was leaving the band. As soon as it was announced, people started to make up theories about why the bands broke up, and though some of them were pretty accurate, they missed the main problem. Ever since the band started to use more experimental sounds, they started to go in completely different ways creatively. George adopted a folkier sound, John was crushing his vocal cords in every song, and Paul had a mix of old school genres like blues and swing in most of his songs. These changes created a tense atmosphere in every session. Years before, they loved each other's ideas, but after 1968, it seems like the band was only a band in name. In reality, they were 4 individuals releasing songs under one name. That's why, even though a possible reunion was contemplated in 1974 and 1977, I'm glad it didn't happen because it would have been a disaster. Because let's take a look at some of the albums they were releasing at the time. John had Walls and Bridges, Paul had Venus and Mars, and George had Dark Horse. And I don't know about you, but an album that sounds anywhere similar to a mix of these 3 sounds like Nightmare Fuel. Based on how their sound evolved in the 80s, maybe a reunion then would have been a lot better. By then, they had a lot more pop sensitivity, and their music was definitely more similar. Unfortunately, even though it most likely would have happened, John Lennon's death destroyed any chances, sealing the door to a proper reunion between the 4 forever.